Space Buns 2, Revenge of the Buns. Sorry, that's kind of a lame, like, intro to this, but I don't really have anything else to say here. I've re-recorded this intro like 70 times, and I kind of want to just get into making video. So, roll the intro. Alright, if you're fresh off of watching Space Buns or Afro Puffs, aka my last video on this little bit of drama, then this is a neat little sequel to that video with more information that was gathered days after I made my video. It's almost like it pays off to wait a little bit before making a commentary video, but I can't do that because these videos need to come out day of. But I'm a big man, which means I need to own up to big mistakes. Not that I really made a mistake. I said multiple times in my video, I don't know if this person's shitty IRL or not. This just seems like a dumb piece of drama. And it looks like my past self paved the very clean way for me in current day to walk down. What I mean by that? More information came out about Stardewleaf, the girl that posted cute space buns and got so much hate. In hindsight, yeah, it really is weird to hate on someone for posting that, especially for the shit that, you know, was getting said. But I did say at that point in my video, all this ended up doing is creating a culture war where a lot of unsavory types were following this girl specifically because they did not want black people or people of color or allies or whatever the fuck you want to say to be happy or get under her skin. They were there just to counter the outrage with their own outrage, which is why I called it a culture clash or a culture war. Some people in the replies of that shit were genuinely racist and had some alt-right ideologies, and if you don't know, I'm not alt-right, I'm not conservative, I'm not any of that shit. So if you're watching my videos and you think I am, I'm sorry I give that off, but people can have a lot more depth to their political opinions or social ideologies than just, red good, red bad, or blue good, blue bad. So, you know, I thought I would just clear that up before moving any further. But now that that's out of the way, if you're looking at the screen right now, there should be a screenshot, future me, you better edit this correctly, of somebody saying essentially the evil is gone, and it's a picture of Stardewleaf and their account is deactivated. And I was getting ready to make a video saying like, well, you did it, you bullied them off the platform, good fucking job. But now, with this new information that I've seen that has been collected over the last couple of days or week, I had to re-record this video because everything I say is in good faith. It's genuinely how I feel based on the information that I'm given. If proven wrong, then I will own up to that because I'm not a little baby, and I was proven wrong in that point in time with this series of allegations slash pseudo evidence in the form of a Twitter thread by user I blanked their name out, but you can probably find it yourself. I would advise, you know, trying really hard to look it up. I'm not going to be the reason why you get easy access to this person's account because I don't know, you might want to harass them. But this thread basically details that Stardewleaf has been in the Animal Crossing community for quite some time, and they've been a shit starter for quite some time. And I don't know if this is fake. I don't know if this is true. I'm just covering the information as I see it. And this will probably be the last video I cover on the whole Animal Crossing thing because come on now, there's better things going on right now. Isn't like Pokimane getting blown up or some shit again for the 15th time? So I'm not gonna cover the Animal Crossing shit for too long. But like I said, it's got a lot of you know, like weight and representation and how we look at stuff. So it's a neat little topic to cover, especially give my opinion on. So continuing, this thread basically goes through like a sort of like super sleuth way of figuring out, oh, so this person at one point in time posted that they had an Instagram and their Instagram didn't have the same @ as their current Twitter, or should I say previous Twitter since they have now deleted it, and their Twitter has an old @. So if you enter their old @ into like .archive or Wayback Machine or something like that, you can probably find some pretty bad stuff of them saying like the N-word with the hard R and all types of other stuff. And there's some stuff in this thread that lists that they would go on Kjackice and mock black artists or say really disturbing things to these artists under the anonymous setting. If you don't know what Kjackice is, it's basically a thing where you can ask questions or send like anonymous messages. If you've ever used Tumblr, it's basically the Tumblr like mailbox, Nbox, and it gives you the ability to be anonymous anonymous, just like Tumblr. If I can stumble over every fucking word in that sentence, Jesus Christ. Continuing on, I don't know if there's any way to prove the Curious Cat stuff, but the logic and detective work behind the different account names is pretty solid. If it's not true, then it's not true, because you can easily inspect element and change that stuff. But if not, then Jesus fucking Christ, Stardewleaf turned out to actually be a Brit bonger fucking asshole. So I guess I was sorta right. So continuing on with basically the final stretch of this thread, this person also details how easy it is to fake tweets, and a lot of Stardewleaf's supporters slash the people who ended up just following Stardewleaf after the drama, like I said before, a lot of unsavory people tend to follow these random no-name accounts after they become martyrs for their political views for some reason that they see in these people. And what ended up happening is it gathered the attention of groups of trolls that love to spend their time just pissing people off or making people look bad. Doctored evidence or statements or screenshots are totally possible on the internet. It can happen all the fucking time. And that's basically what this person in the last couple of tweets in this thread said. Like I said, I'm not going to link to the thread. I'm not going to show their name. You can just search literally what is in the screenshot, and it usually pops up what tweet you're searching. So I'm going to make you do a little bit of work if you want to really see what's going on, but if not, just take my word for it. I'm literally looking at it as I'm making this video. So all of these allegations slash accusations of this person to me seem to check out, because this random no-name account ended up getting exactly what it wanted. It got a large following, but I'm pretty sure just as much as there are dickheads willing to defend this person, there are dickheads willing to go extreme lengths to get this person's personal information and do some very bad things to them. It works both ways. There are crazy people willing to defend this person and crazy people willing to attack this person. And they most likely deleted their account because they were starting to get to a point where they were getting that level of hate. It was no longer just haha, angry liberals, angry SJWs, haha. It was turning into, oh, they've got my address and they've got a fucking blicky. So I can very much assume that they deleted their account out of fear of something actually happening to them or them losing some sort of social standing in real life, because people seem to be able to track you down real easy on the internet nowadays. And I'm pretty sure they did not want that to happen, so they just deleted the account. And just like what's documented in the thread, they have done this before. Said something stupid or done something that gathers a large amount of attention and then just fucking disappeared and then came back with a different name and tried it all over again. Now, interestingly enough, I'm not exactly a hateful person, I just have a lot of hate in me, but I do think that this person isn't exactly like a just human fucking walking garbage can that deserves nothing in life and all this other stuff. I think they're a person who's desperately in need of some guidance or some type of correcting, because it seems like they've got strong opinions and they don't understand exactly why their opinions are so controversial. I mean, again, they're from Britain, right? There are a lot of British people. Not all British people, don't get mad at me, but there are a lot of British people, usually a lot of Europeans, that don't understand that certain ways of thinking are just not okay. And you're gonna get a lot of hate or weird looks for the way you think. And like I said, this isn't like the entirety of Europe or Britain. This is just people who live there. The same way that it works over here, it's just over here, if somebody doesn't like black people or says the N-word, they usually are racist and not misinformed. Now in Britain, it's kind of the same, but not really. So it's really easy for me to look at this from a forgiving standpoint or point of view or whatever, because I don't too much care about this Animal Crossing drama, that deeply at least. I do care about the greater implications of it. Like I said before, it's weird that this became drama because all it did was amplify a possible martyr for unsavory types to just agree with and look like they're the rational people. Because when you get irrationally mad about things and you don't explain your point properly, you look like the lunatic. And that's a thing that a lot of people just fail at doing. If you make yourself look like you're the reasonable one, then it becomes really easy for somebody who doesn't know what to think to just agree with you. And that's what happened here. A lot of people who have good intentions ended up agreeing with the majority here, where it's like, oh yeah, this was stupid drama. why are you guys getting mad about her wearing the hairstyle? So this was a big point that people were missing, where it's like, okay, you guys are like kicking and screaming in the replies of this post saying like, get it off her head, get it off, I'm dying. Like you were making a big deal out of it, and a lot of people were just coming in and seeing that, and they're like, so I'm gonna go stand over on that side of the fence because I feel safer over there. That was basically what was happening. It wasn't necessarily they agree 100% with everybody's ideology or anything like that. They just didn't understand the whole, like, you know, I'm mad because she said the wrong hairstyle. And I also said in my last video that people specifically petitioned to get these hairstyles in Animal Crossing, and Nintendo finally listened. And somebody picking these hairstyles is kind of weird because you can very obviously see what type of hair texture it is, like I also said in my last video. So it's really fucking weird. Like, all that has been confirmed here, or kind of confirmed I should say, is that Stardewleaf, the person who essentially was the center of all of this drama, is more than likely a shitty person, and I was right to not immediately pick a side. Whether or not I have 100% of the information and I know that they're a shitty person is pretty much up to the internet. With enough time, everything gets revealed. But yeah, that's basically the update to this, or should I say the aftermath. So that's the end of this. Thank you for watching. If you've been binge watching my content, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And a better thing you could do, right, because you've been binge watching, if you have, I'm just assuming you have, you could also hit the bell notification next to the subscribe button, because it'll tell you whenever I upload, because I have a very sporadic schedule, and it'll help you so much. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. That's what it's for. And if you have your own opinion on this, like you wanted to make a follow-up after hearing new information to a comment you made on my previous video, then go for it. You know, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I appreciate the comments. Again, thank you for the support in watching my videos. It means a lot. I saw just how much the old video is getting seen, the engagement on it, and it really helped me to figure out, like, you know, how to keep going with this stuff, and I appreciate it. So if you have a comment that might be a follow-up to the last video, or something just for this one, go for it. Leave it down below. I will read it. And other than that, again, thank you for watching, and until next time, remember to stay cool.